Good evening, RPG Limit Break, and welcome to Week 4 action in the 2023 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Winter League. Tonight we got some Group 6 action featuring RG365, ScarletShadoww, YakkoWakko20, and JBRunTR. Hi everybody, I'm DK9146, and alongside me in the booth tonight, the one, the only Oog. How you doing tonight?
I am doing great, DK. Thank you very much. And you know, this week is vanilla-ish. So aside from the very fast XP and the random but consistent XP and gold from the enemies, it's almost like playing a fast version of Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, absolutely. A little messing with the locations. Everything's going to be all kind of moved around, but we're going to have that vanilla map and all those long, tedious walks in between the locations.
And I'm taking a look at everybody's stats, and it looks like we have a little variation. Because I see some attack power at 7, I see some at 5. Am I
very
the only
nice?
one?
No, definitely. That means that we got some. We got some fun names in here. I see JBRun's gone with Must Thou. ScarletShadoww's gone with Jack RG.
I see that RG is just the dash, and we have L for YakkoWakko. You know what I found? When I first started playing this, I was doing Bucket Brigade last winter. And I found that my name was the exact, like, the agility and MP, right? So, it was the perfect thing to complement Edge's strength and HP.
That's perfect.
Ever since.
No, that's pretty awesome. These runners are off, and we already got the armor in the throne room.
Oh, you mean a dream seed? No, this is going to turn into a nightmare. Look, we are at Vanilla Jerk.
Yeah, they're starting in the far southeast. Luckily for them, though, even without the heal spell until level 3, they'll have plenty of ability to do so. RG365 with the crit on the skeleton, going to jump immediately up here a couple levels.
Hey, I'm getting the crits early, and you may be saying reroll because the armor came inside Tanajo. But there are worse places to be put than Vanilla Jerk, but nobody can tell me what they are.
Yeah, it's every spot's got its pluses and minuses. Now, granted, from here, it's going to be a lot of walking, regardless where you're at. If you have a second continent start, it does not matter which place the swamp's going to be. It's going to be a lot of walking to get through that first continent.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things. This is the second continent. What zones am I going to run in before I get to finding where swamp is? And it looks like YakkoWakko just got hit by a Star Wyvern just before a cave at Vanilla Rimeldar.
Yeah, and right before that, he luckily ran from a golem, so that zone up there looking a little nasty for sure. So maybe these runners can bypass it to the west unless they want to get to that town, or that cave.
And if that cave is your swamp cave, you need to get there. But just because you have Erdrick's armor doesn't mean that you're not going to run into something that can take you off in one. However, JBRun is there, and it is Swamp North.
Well, very nice. That's good knowledge. For sure, he's going to attempt to go through and see if we can figure out where on Continent 1 we're going to pop out. And he's had a pretty good run until this baby breath breathing night.
But he gets away, and... oh! Vanilla Breck. And French Vanilla Breck.
Yeah, a big chasm opened up underneath Breck, and they just moved next door and got rid of the castle.
Exactly. But you know what? I don't mind in a seed where I know that everything is kind of happening in order of the vanilla game. If I have enough cash to make sure that I could start with the copper sword, the small shield, I'm good. Not everybody has that cash right now, though.
No, and speaking of cash issues, YakkoWakko20 went to the Vanilla Swamp South location, finds a town, it's Key Town, and he didn't have enough money for any keys, and tries to go find some and gets sent packing.
And that's what happens when you say, ask please.
Meanwhile, we had RG365 just setting up in these hills, grinding away, has just hit level 7, which is a pretty crucial level. It gives the sleep spell, which will definitely assist with getting around this overworld.
And this is RG's thing, and he has told me this himself. He is not leaving zones 0 or zones 1 until he is between 9 or 10. So right now, I mean, everybody else has much more of, like, for example, we see JBRun finding a town at Vanilla Mountain Cave. But by the time RG's ready to go exploring, he's going to be ready to go exploring.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something to be said about a good early grind. He's going to have a lot better opportunity at getting up north here to where Keytown is, as we see ScarletShadoww making the turn to go pick up at least a couple keys here.
Ooh, and the Fun Police, Officer Karen of the Fun Police has told JBRun, "You go home, sir."
Yeah, we had the red on JBRun, the green over on YakkoWakko in that same zone. That zone is nasty.
So if are all the dragons part of the Fun Police? Like, is the red dragon like the chief, and then you have the lieutenant, and then you just have the beat cop? The lieutenant being the blue dragon, the beat cop being the green dragon. Is that how this works? Or is it just the red dragon that's part of the Fun Police?
I think it can be a whole family for sure, and it really depends on what they get. Sometimes the lesser dragons are even more fun than the Fun Police themselves.
I can agree wholeheartedly.
Well, RG's got a great grind spot here, finding some nice mid-game enemies he can use sleep, hurts on, quickly going up in levels, as ScarletShadoww is doing very similar up here in these hills, both picking up level 8.
And in chat, we have the Fun Police, the Deputy, and the Park Ranger being the green. So, what I can tell you for sure, is Bob Marley shot the red dragon, but did not shoot the blue dragon. I'm telling you.
Nah, you nailed it there for sure. So let's see what happens here. JBRun's going to go get some keys here as well. YakkoWakko's back with enough money for some of his own at this point. Scarlet picks some up, hasn't utilized anything yet, just been staying in that zone. And RG hasn't quite made it north yet.
Well, speaking of RG just busting out, we have playoff circumstances for everybody today. While RG has finally broken out of that, and before the level 9 or 10 that he told me, running into a metal slime, RG must win and win week 5 to directly clinch. Could reach the playoffs with the first and the second. Third, very slim chance of remaining live with a week 5 win, but depends on other results. And if he comes in 4th, he is gone. Like Oog. I am only going to be behind the microphone now, unfortunately.
Yeah. We're starting to see a lot of that playoff picture, both positive and negative. We've gotten some eliminated, some guaranteed, some on the fringe, like all of these runners here. We did just see the Stones and Rim here as well.
Ooh, very nice. And I also saw Yakko get hit by a stone man. What's on the line for Yakko today?
Yeah, Yakko, he only needs a second, and if he gets first tonight, he'll only need a second week 5 to guarantee at least a play-in. 2 first automatic on, and if he gets a second tonight or a third, he'll need a win and some help going into week 5. So looking to get that W if at all possible. 4th would leave a very, very small chance, but most likely eliminated by the time week 4 finishes playing out.
And there we go. And we see RG and YakkoWakko still on Continent 1, and absolutely so is JBRun. JBRun just took down Goldman. But we see ScarletShadoww going through the big continent. Just came out of the Vanilla Breck area. Then is going up to the Treasury. Vanilla Treasury. Sorry, Vanilla Tablet.
Yeah, we got a town there. We'll see if it's a good town or a bad town in a moment, and it's Caitlin.
Ooh, it's the town. We have the shopping mall. If we ever get enough coin in this for the magic armor, the silver shield, or the flame sword, we can find all of them here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it the old school way, because this treasury is a big pile of fail.
Oh, that's a wonderful big pile of fail. I'm taking a look at JBRun's ROM. Where do you get that sleek design?
Yeah, there's a few of the people in the community that have utilized this this version of the ROM in the past. No idea though where they've picked it up.
I would love to get my hands on it because it looks so good. And you know, while we're focusing on JBRun, as he finds Jerk is in the basement, he finds the Jerk, vanilla Jerk, just in the basement of the castle. DK.
Well, it's because the peasants of Breckenary threw out the king when they moved next door, and so you know the king had to go find somewhere to go.
Makes sense. But while we were focusing on JBRun, would you mind telling everybody about his playoffs?
Yeah, JBRun's kind of just on the fence right now. He can't be eliminated or clinched tonight. Week 4 and week 5, gaining 8 total points would clinch playoffs, so a first and second between the two. Any other outcome, it all depends on where the cut line comes into play for him.
Awesome. And it looks like at Vanilla Rimmeldar, ScarletShadoww has found... What did he just find? Was it the trade-in? Or was it... No, it was Freebie Cave, I believe.
Yeah, Freebie Cave up there at Vanilla Garenham. Missed what it was in there because the screen just flew by with these fast texts on here. So, but meanwhile, we did have somebody pick up some coordinates. 8 north, 26 west.
Ooh, 8 north, 26 west. Do you know what I say to that? And I'm sure there's somebody in the chat, is that the princess and her poop bucket are staying in the swamp cave.
Well, 26 west is going to be a little tricky because that's going to put us over by the Vanilla Cantlin location.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, but that's the great thing about this map. When you do vanilla map, not only does it make you kind of... You don't really need to think too much about where everything is. You just gotta say, you know, I have Breckenary at Hoxinus. I have Rimmeldar at Swamp North. But you're absolutely right. The coordinates become a pain.
Yeah, especially with where we're popping out there by the Vanilla Breckenary area. It's a long walk over and around, and these runners definitely not in a good position to be able to go on a long excursion. So we see some more grinding here. RG365 just sat back down in these hills here, trying to catch back up. Meanwhile, Scarlet's been parlaying his hand axe into some big experience here. Got a decent level going for him.
Yeah, I was going to say he's in the Tablet Desert, and for Scarlet himself, he can neither clinch nor be eliminated tonight. A win today and a win next week, which is the playoffs. Any other outcome will depend on the play-in cut line. So now we know what everyone is playing for. Now let's see how they do it. Yep, you're absolutely right, just staying. Where's the best place in the closest place to the castle?
Yeah, it looks like we overlooked something in that bottom left. Seeing some chat talking. Yakko accidentally purchasing the clothes, forgetting that he had the Erdrick's armor, had to do a reset to get the armor back since that was in the throne room.
Ooh, that is an ouch. Ouch town, population U, bro.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having deja vu here watching this race. At least it didn't happen too late into the race for him, though, so yeah. We'll see if he can recover from this. Meanwhile, we got JBRun picking up his coordinates, and the grind continues across the top.
It looks like Shadow is, right now, getting the better of the grind, being in the Tablet Desert. Wolf Lords and Druid Lords are great, but when you got Wraith Knights... And what else is he's even just the Wraith Knights, they're 20 points, 25 points more than each.
Yeah, we have that consistent stats flag on, which keeps the enemies roughly in the same ballpark where they're normally at, but kind of off-putting numbers. It can roll up, it can roll down. We usually see some big changes on the metal slimes being terrible, the golems rolling down to like that 80 to 100 range, but consequently we see Armor Knights roll up heavily, typically. We will see Stonemen roll up, typically, so it can get offset there.
Yes, and for us that missed it the first time because of the fast text, Freebie Cave only had a cursed belt.
Hey, cursed belt, sell that thing, that's 180 cash in your pocket. You can't turn that down.
You know what? I don't mind. I don't mind finding a curse belt grind in the treasury, because it's, hey man, I'm 500 away from getting the full plate. Oh damn! I got 3 curse belts. There's my 500.
And I missed what just happened, but I saw a reset on ScarletShadoww. Did he also do the armor? Because he is back to level 1.
Yes, it looks like it happened. And 134 HP at level 12.
That is absolutely insane. Wow, that's just brutal. This armor in the throne room, who would have guessed it would have just thrown off so many runners at this point?
And everybody was looking for a reroll, and we're getting exactly what we want. Vanilla-ish chaos.
JBRun in Cole finds the Erdrick Sword.
Ooh. The good old big swing. Wow. So now all you need to do is make sure you get 15 grand in cash.
Yeah, if they can pull off the long grind here, they could definitely upgrade there. At least get that large shield for sure for that plus 10 would go a long way.
Absolutely. Large shield. Oh, sorry, say what you were saying and then I'll...
No, I was going to say, in this flag set, because we have vanilla spell learning, so we know we're not getting hurt more till level 19, that sword is gigantic as far as a physical advantage to be able to grind through these levels.
Absolutely. I was going to say very similar thing, but you know what? You took it from me and said it better than I could. So yeah, what DK said, everybody.
I apologize for that. So we got Tablet at the Vanilla Hawks location here. JBRun kind of debating whether he wants to go in here or not. Does have Radiant, could just pop open a Radiant and make it a little easier.
I love finding Tablet Cave. Not even if it's vanilla and there's only the one chest in the back. Because it's the one time, especially if you're having bad RNG, where you can take a minute, you can walk through and see what that chest has, and you can take a breath. You know you're not going to run into any encounters. It's that little cool down before your heart rate goes up when you know you gotta go dive Caitlyn. Dive Charlotte.
No, you nailed it. I'm picturing Happy Gilmore in his happy place as he's walking through this cave.
Oh, absolutely.
Just some gold at the end of the tablet, though, so a little richer, but yeah, not any better off overall.
Full of health because it's the it's the heal more cave. It's the heal walk cave.
Well, JBRun's going to continue that pathway down. We're going to see if he can make it down to the Sherlock or the Caitlyn area here, and maybe pick those cords up.
I called Sherlock Caitlyn. You called Caitlyn Sherlock. We're even.
Oh yeah, those two are interchangeable in my vocabulary for sure.
Well, I mean, especially on a vanilla map. Beta Strep said, "Dive Caitlyn." Have description of the walk to vanilla Caitlyn.
Oh, JBRun tries to take on the Green Dragon, then risk a sleep and doesn't get to land and is sent packing before he makes it down there.
So, Shadow's already back at level 7, and Yakko's already back at level 9.
Yeah, little bit of knowledge. They got some zone knowledge. They know what the enemies are doing, and they know the immediate locations here. Really does go a long way towards catching back up quickly here. It's all about, honestly, if either of those can go west, get to that vanilla mountain spot where Cole is located and pick up that sword, that's going to tremendously boost their ability to catch up.
Absolutely. And RG is finally on the second continent, level 11. Finds Breck, nopes out of Breck because knows that it's all vanilla.
Yeah, Goldman there. There's another one that rolls up tremendously. It's only 6 in our standard flag set. Gave out 76. Can roll much higher than that, though.
You know what? This is the only time... Like, I like hitting Goldmen when they're a gold chest per kill. But I prefer them when they're giving me experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they serve their purpose occasionally, but the experience is much more appreciated, especially this week when these guys are flying through the levels.
Ooh, and Star Wyvern was like, you're trying to take my place. You're trying to overshadow me and send ScarletShadoww home.
Well, let's kind of look here. We got RG getting the chords here, maybe taking a brief pause there, take a look at the map, kind of get a general sense, realize that it's going to be way in that southwest by Cantlin, and no chance of getting that soon. We got Scarlet trying to get through these initial levels again, getting out here. Yakko's in the mountain cave.
Upside down mountain cave. And level 10.
Sorry, my stream started glitching there, but there we go. So he gets that first chest and finds the death necklace.
Which probably will, because I'm looking at RG at level 12 and already has death necklaceable HP.
Yeah, week 4 has been absolutely off the hook with the amount of HP these runners get, and on top of that, they're forced to go to 17, so very high likelihood of reaching that death necklace level. Fighter's ring.
Well, I mean, like, I know in my race, I know that I came last, but it was the best vanilla-ish I ran. I ran it in 119, right? And I'm like, woo! Oh, wait a minute, I still came in last. Dang. But, I mean, no, these guys are all putting on a great run, and I think they're all, even with YakkoWakko and Scarlet having to reset for the unfortunate Erdrick's armor guffaw, which everybody has done. It won't be the first time, it won't be the last time. Like, the way that they've come back and almost met RG and JBRun in levels. This is a wonderful, wonderful game. If Shadow or Wakko win, this is going to be something else.
No, absolutely. Luckily for both of them, it really wasn't too late in. Yakko was still single digits. Scarlet was just past that. But both of them very good runners in their own right, so they're definitely getting back in through those early hard levels pretty quickly.
And Yakko made mincemeat of that upside down mountain cave at the back of Garenham, and goes straight back because they now have they had the wings at least.
Very, very nicely here on RG. He's getting some of that northeast exploration and finds the Staff of Rain Cave where we exchanged out the harp. Doesn't quite have the harp ready yet, though, so has put that in his memory banks for later.
And gets through a blue dragon.
Yeah, 134 HP. You can damage race just about anything, even with the less than stellar attack power. He's just rocking a broadsword at this point.
I love how you say less than stellar attack power. Like, it's a broadsword. Like, I love the broadsword, man. If I can get the broadsword, I know it's like, okay, I could go with a broadsword. I heard that happened today, did it not? Somebody took down.
It sure did.
With the broadsword.
Yeah, it sure did. Sometimes you might have to grind a couple extra levels just to compensate for that 20 attack point difference, but it sure happened just a race ago, I believe.
Vanilla Jerk is in the back of Tanagil, Aaron. Did I see the Stones of Sunlight in the back of Garenham? Yeah, everybody has it except for Skylight right now.
Yeah, stones were in the Remolder chest. Back of Garenham was trash, and that's where the mountain cave is located, which also only had a fighter's ring.
Oh, okay. I saw something flash that wasn't just you got an herb or you got gold, so I was just wondering what exactly it was.
Yakko getting some payback on a green dragon here. Only 117 experience, so they rolled down ever so slightly, but still, that's great experience here.
Roll down slightly is still 100 to kill.
Scarlet gets himself back into that same grind spot he found out about earlier. with similar gear here, I believe. So is quickly catching up.
Yeah. Almost, yep. And everybody's now in double-digit levels. And RG's Zone 0 and Zone 1 grind to level 8 right now is paying off.
No, it definitely is. It's letting him stretch his legs here on this exploration with a lot more ease than some of the other runners were experiencing when they were out here earlier.
Well, I mean, I see 2 deaths, 4 deaths, 6 deaths, and then RG's sitting at I'm commentator cursing right now, is 0.
I had noticed that, and I was trying to not say anything about it. It's like when there's a no-hitter going in baseball, you know. It's the unwritten rule.
That's why I made a culp with the commentator's curse right away.
Yeah, another blue dragon down for RG. Unfortunately, they rolled down decently as well. Only 139 experience.
That one, you know what? I like the look of that Druid Lord stats. I really like the look of that Wraith Knight. It maybe exactly what it was, maybe 8 gold down. But if you're rolling level to what you are, oh, we found Hawksness. If you're rolling level to what you are, that's a good thing in this kind of seat.
Yeah, very fair. Very fair. Kind of surprising here, though, at this point. I know we've had some untimely deaths, but we've gone almost 10 minutes with JBRun having the Erdrick Sword solo. No one else getting to that item as of yet.
Well, it looks like we're going to see at least what's on the spike tile. We have a green dragon on the spike tile.
Yeah, he dispatches that thing very easily, sees the fairy flute, and dumps that thing down! Touchdown! Get rid of it.
Oh, you're not a fan of the fairy flute?
Yeah, I'd say that I'm a fan of the anti-fairy flute with my little emote there in chat.
Okay. That makes sense. I like the fairy flute because I'm a musical guy, so you have the fairy flute, you put the stones of sunlight into some sort of armor and use them as maracas, and then you have the silver harp and you have the Alfgard band.
I like that a lot. RG365, finding an armor knight, takes it down, I believe it's 239?
Ooh, 239 for the armor knight. Wow. 229. 229 AK.
So close. So close.
Reasonable, says Aaron. They may have sleep, but the blue dragons only having hurt is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it definitely makes it a little easier to get through here, because otherwise he would have been killed a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah. Gets away, though.
All right, so ScarletShadoww getting up here into his northeast checks. Ooh, Stoneman, too enticing. He's going to try and take it on. Still a little weak, but we got the sleep in our back pocket, and we can keep them asleep. I think we'll be able to see what they got.
I'm saying 185.
I think he's like 1 or 2 swings away. The suspense is killing me. Is he going to get this? He's urban up to get maximum healing here because that's better than our regular heal. And there it goes, 198.
198, yes, absolutely worth it. Oh, the Star Wyvern gets 3, the heroes get 2 as Yakko gets sent home.
Yeah, Star Wyverns have been a big nuisance so far, as have many of these Sharlock tier enemies.
Can we get the Star Wyvern on the screen, please? We've seen enough of them, and they've killed enough of them. And they've killed enough of the heroes that I think we can see their stats.
And JBRun, I know you can't hear me, but turn on your Radiant. That way you don't have to sit there and wonder what you're doing.
So there we go, 119, 150, that's a beautiful thing. 74 hit points. Fight and fight. Attack power 86, that's where it is, right? You ain't getting a stop spell down. You can get them to sleep. You can use hurt on them, but that ain't gonna do anything for you.
Nah, yeah, they're pretty standard fare. They've rolled up a little bit. One thing that did roll up decently, I just saw over on JBRun, he killed a Demon Knight for 119, which isn't too bad as long as the swings land.
Very nice.
So meanwhile, RG did get up to level 14, I believe. I saw a double-digit strength gain, putting us into the orange in that stat. Coupled with that HP and Death Necklace, we're getting near go levels there, and he is heading the way to our sword.
Let's put it this way: if we were to throw the Death Necklace on right now, he'd still be at, I'm gonna guess without doing the internal math, between 109 and 112.
Yeah, it takes away 25%, so whatever the heck that equals, I let the game figure it out for me. I am terrible at math on stream.
That would be 39. So it would be 108, sorry. Alright, Shadow's back to 12. YakkoWakko's back to 13. Scarlet's found our good old friend Oxnus.
Yeah, he's going to find a killable green dragon and probably be saddened by the flute as well. We'll see if he gets it shoved in his inventory, if he's filled up, or if he opts to take it anyway.
Takes it.
Yeah, he was low on inventory items, so it auto-inputted into his inventory. Not much you can do in that case.
Nope.
Alright, so RG's getting nearly done with exploration. He's down to the Vanilla Hawksness area in the Tablet Cave. Going to find out about this gold. Has some resources, and we'll see if he can make it down to the Vanilla Cantlin location.
Would he be the first person to get there?
Yeah, we've only had one other runner attempt, and that's when they died to the Green Dragon with the sleep. So Yakko's in the ballpark of that area, though.
I see. Well, yeah, YakkoWakko's going down to Vanilla Hawksness. And... here we go. There's RG on the way down.
So yeah, unknown enemy zone down here. We know there's a green dragon somewhere in this zone because this is the zone that the whoever it was, I think it was even no, it could have been Yakko if he's doing this. I can't remember who was down here. Whoever was down last time, there's the green dragon.
Do you ever get the feeling like when you sometimes run into the same enemy at the same spot a couple of times? Do you ever just cast search just to make sure?
I'm not gonna lie, especially with flipping back and forth between flags, a lot of those things fly through my mind. I'm checking for alternate chests sometimes in chests and seeds where we don't have alternate chests.
Okay, good. You're not the only one. Man, like I probably gonna need to take a week just to cleanse the palate and be like, okay, how do I play this game again? Which am I gonna be in? Is it stair shuffle? Is it? No, wait a minute. I set the flags for this one. Damn, what did I set the flags for?
That's hilarious, man. RG taking the first bridge across. Not sure if he might have misread where these cords are going to be, but he has definitely got to get up to where the Cantlin location is in order to get to access to this 8 north, 26 west.
Might be going 8 south, 26 west. I know RG has a map with grid coordinates 15 by 15.
Good. I think he just figured it out there.
I think he just figured it out. Damn, I went south. I should have went north.
So this should be interesting, especially because of how far away this is. We know we're going to have an item in the grave as well, where we see Yakko right now, plus that overworld item, which has to be either the harp or the token. So one's in the grave, one's going to be on the coordinates. We'll see if we can figure out where.
Torch. Curse bell. Herb. So upstairs is useless of the grave.
Yeah, isn't that just about trolly here at this point? Especially when you know you only have 2 items left, you have coordinates left. You want to just see that one last key item so you don't have to dive. But here we go, we're taking a dive.
And here we go. We're going for the search without the princess. I bet you RG's looking at a map right now and trying to count the 15 by 15 in the coordinates. I use it as my background whenever I play DWR.
Nice, nice, nice. And based on, I didn't count this out, but based on my eyeball in here, I feel he's too far. Oh yeah, Schmike just said it. He's a little too far south here at this point.
Now let's see how long it takes him and see where everybody else gets to.
He needs to go one more row north, I believe?
Probably.
And then thank you for the raid, 66 Raiders. Welcome to some Week 4 action in the 2023 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. We have some really fun vanilla-ish flags playing here right now.
And while we're in the middle, we're about 35 minutes into the race. Can we get the links for all of these runners, please? This has been a fantastic race so far. This has been a race of not only mistakes, but great recovery from them. So, you see RG365, ScarletShadoww, YakkoWakko20, and JBRunTR. Don't be afraid to hit that link. Smash the follow button. It's free. It makes everybody's community better, and it makes the DWR community better. And while I'm saying it, my cohort behind the microphone, DK, our restreamer High Spirits, and our trackers Camion and Centroid 41, give them a follow too. Like I said, it costs nothing and just makes everything better.
Well, there he goes. He walks north, finds the harp finally. I was going to say, this delay might allow some of those other runners to start catching back up. Does get the harp. We'll see if he fares better in the grave than Yakko did, who took an early exit after starting to dive.
Aaron, still faster than Princess Rescue. So RG will find the nothing up here. And I didn't notice. Did Yakko get to chest 4 or chest 5?
Yakko, I did not see if he got the 4. I saw him take a death in the basement there. So he definitely did not pick up anything of note, though.
Okay. So it's that deep, deep silver harp vanilla chest that's gonna have what? What do you think it's gonna have, chat?
I'm hoping it has a second Stones of Sunlight to really throw the runners off.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do with these stones? Well, you never grew a pair, so why don't you just insert them? Well, here we're at chest 4. And why not? I got Erdrick's sword. But the red dragon wins.
It is dodging, feels painful. Oh, that is brutal. I love the attempt to fight through it versus running, because agility is slacking hard. And he probably would have killed it if it would have landed.
Oh yeah, it was getting there. They're throwing some nice power with that 129 right now.
Yeah, that's brutal, because that's a mandatory walk all over again at this point.
Uh-huh. And herein is my curse of starting at vanilla jerk. So you're level 15 into the game. You're at 2 chests, you know there's probably going to be one something good in it. And then all of a sudden you got to make that walk again.
Absolutely. So one thing I wanted to point out here, Yakko, the first of our 2 resetters, tied up with the leaders at level 15 and is grinding away on this green dragon. And if he keeps this up, he'll quickly take the experience lead from the other 2.
Well, I mean, both Scarlet and Yakko gotta think at this moment, oh man, I'm so far behind. I might as well just, be reckless.
Well, Yakko's had enough knowledge to know that things are a little dangerous with where he needs to go. So maybe grinding the 17 and heal more, not a bad play, especially coupled with that terrible agility here.
Not at all.
Well, we got JBRun down here making that bridge crossing, heading back up towards the grave, which is at the Vanilla Cantlin location. We'll see if he opts to check for the cords first or dive grave first. Cords probably make more sense if he's got that in mind. We got ScarletShadoww reaching the tablet, going to find out about his cache, and most likely heading south after this as well.
RG is trading in the harp for the Staff of Rain as we speak. And can you give me 2 or 3 minutes? I have some family stuff to do.
No worries at all. No, first runner to get the harp, and now turn that into the staff. So a little bit of progression goes a long way, I guess. It helps me feel better when we haven't gotten anything in a while. So he's going to be making that that long journey back to the southeast or southwest there. Yakko back at start. JBRun in the wrong location, unfortunately, here is hopefully going to be able to figure this out, but it feels like we're going to get a lot of searches on the wrong side here. Oh, no, he brought the princess. He brought the princess. I'd missed that grab earlier, so he's going to realize some sadness here in a moment and try and figure out how to pole vault over these mountains. All right, so he is realizing that or as long as he's got the chords right, he's realizing. Meanwhile, we got ScarletShadoww down here checking and is going to get the harp here on that spot and is heading into the grave. All right, so I see RG just leveled up here, and I see a whole lot of orange with 1 green in there. Thanks, Camion, for putting that in chat. I was going to say I see a big bump in MP, and that's another 3 Healmores. So here we go. We got JBRun getting up around the correct spot here. Should be picking up their harp here momentarily, joining Scarlet into the grave, and find out about his sadness up top and then have to start the dive. We know the red dragons are down here. The red dragons have been extremely rude to the runner so far. We'll see if Scarlet and or JBRun have any better chance or luck getting downstairs. Meanwhile, over on the left here, we have YakkoWakko picking up his princess, not going to mess around with the chords map. He's just going to go ahead and turn her in, be able to figure out exactly where that harp is when he gets back down there. RG365 making that long trek back to the southwest is nearing back to the grave as well. So we'll probably have at least 3 runners in grave at the same time. All right, here we go. Our ScarletShadoww gets chest 4, finds out the news, and is heading to the chest 5. We'll see if he can successfully make it. Some of these enemies pretty weak, but he's got to dodge a couple nasty ones. Oh no, here's the red dragon, gets ambushed, is opting to go immediately attack. We'll see if he fares better than the last runner that did, and does break through, 175 from that red dragon. Wisely healing all the way up afterwards. You don't want to run into another one immediately after that and risk that heal walk. And there we go, Erdrick's token at the Grave Chest 5 location. RG365 runs from the Red Dragon, gets the really lucky run, is trying to complete this dive to Chest 5. We'll see if they are successful. A setback here really puts ScarletShadoww in a very nice position. Otherwise, they'll have a little catch up to do to get back in line XP-wise with RG. And there we go. RG finishing his exploration, drops the curse belt, picks up the token. All he has to do is pick up that rainbow in the basement of the starting location, start grinding towards 17, and we'll see if that's going to be enough for him to make that dive. Well, didn't top off anything, just immediately starts walking here. Going up, oh, maybe out of keys. Might have used his last key engraved because he's walking up the rim here. The only reason he would be up here would most likely be pick up keys, but looks like he's going to stop at the end first. Yeah, with week 4 being the first week we've had keys as a necessity, can be a little confusing, but doesn't buy any keys, stops, talks to the ground, pauses, thinks, and we're going back. We're going back. Are we going up? There we go. He's going to get some keys.
I see most of us have hit level 16.
Yeah, we're starting to get there. RG365 ran out of keys. Has all of the items, but wasn't able to pick up the rainbow yet because he couldn't get into the basement. Then started to head to Sherlock, forgetting he didn't have it, but now is going to go get it.
Oh yeah, and he will be the first to be able to get it too. So, just from having all of the homework done, it will take ScarletShadoww basically. Once we find when RG turns in, grabs a rainbow drop, Scarlet's the next one who has a chance to. That's the lead that RG has.
Absolutely, absolutely. So should be interesting here. We'll see what if what 17 brings us. That agility being low could be very detrimental to Sherlock dives here and cost a lot of MP as well. So it could come down to RNG. Several factors in play at this point. Scarlet's basically ready to get the rainbow. He's just going to come up here and grind, get some experience going on this green dragon.
Now, here's my question for you. You now have the rainbow drop. You know you have to get to 17. Do you open the bridge first and then go about your business?
Absolutely not. It's a big waste of time because the rainbow stays in your inventory, so you're not getting rid of an inventory item. It's in this map especially, it's way out of the way to go over there if you're not going to be just diving in. So no point putting it down whatsoever at this time.
On vanilla map, you just drop it when you're ready to go.
Absolutely. When you're already going on over there, that's when you go ahead and put it in there. But it does look like RG365 is going to at least start heading that direction. We'll see if he's going to try and grind out this last 773 experience he needs to get to level 17 on the way down, thinking that the 99 MP is going to be enough.
Well, that is 12 heal mores as long as you get there without having to drop one. You're 150 if you got the death necklace. First of all, jumps your AP to where you're doing 10 to 20. And you're still sitting at about 115 to 117 HP, so you're still in the realm for doubles. I think RG's feeling pretty safe right now.
The only thing I don't like is that 64 agility for sure here. We'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Yakko went the wrong way downstairs, down here. He's going to try and find his harp here momentarily. Is at the wrong mountain, but maybe he'll figure it out here in a moment. JBRun also ran out of keys, had to go up to the rim location to pick that up. So a lot of key management issues going on here as we dive in Sherlock.
And right now, Schmike is saying that with that 72 DP, he's going to get hit for 52. He can get hit for 52.
See, the thing is, the Dragon Lord will never hit the hero for 52 unless the hero only has 52 HP left. And then it's inevitable. It's like a 100% hit rate at that point.
It's like when you try to take a swing on 47 or 48, you know the next breath is going to be the 48.
Exactly. So, all right, so Yakko's diving here. He's got to get the token out of chest 5 engraved. We'll see if he can successfully pull it off this time. JBRun is still in that same exact position as well, although nowhere near that location. So Definitely the furthest back at this time of our runners just due to item location at this point. Scarlet in a good position for second right now, unless RG's drive does go south, and then maybe right in position with him at that point.
But I'm looking at this. That 73. That's scary. That defense power of 73. But he's at 17. I see now 136 and 153. If he equips that death necklace, that 73 shouldn't be that much of a detriment to him. He should be able to survive that mathematically.
Yeah, I don't weigh too heavily on low defense, to be honest. I see more people worry about it than I ever do. 1 or 2 extra points of damage from the Dragon Lord is inconsequential in comparison to how much damage I can do to him, which at level 17, you know, without the Death Necklace, we're at 136 if he, and most likely does Death Necklace, so we'll be at 146. That's going to be a ton of damage we're going to be doing.
11 to 23 is a great place to be.
And on the dive here, Yakko picking up level 18. Not much there. Does pick up a bit more agility. Gets that into the green officially by our stats here. Does get his token and is going to be immediately ready to go as soon as he does his turn-ins.
And we're on the bottom floor right now. And RG is making a beeline.
Oh, the fun police have shown up, but that 66 agility still doesn't matter. It's just a number as he runs away safely here, trying to walk this off. We'll see if he can get there with these resources in hand.
Of course it's just a number. I had a 98 and got run blocked 7 times.
Oh, man, that's always infuriating when that happens. So, all right, so we got bottom action here. We're going to have a DL fight here from RG here soon. Meanwhile, Scarlet really wants to get this level before diving, so he's going to pick it up off the... Ho, ho, ho!
Dragon.
Ho, 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 Green Dragon, indeed. There, he is. He's in the driver's seat here for sure, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, is aware of his maximum hits, should be pretty safe.
Going on the Death Necklace immediately. We're going 11 to 23 on DL2. Beta Strap says free fight.
Yeah, 100% agree there. 100% agree. The only way he loses this is if he missed menus or doesn't pay attention to his HP and does get max rolled.
Yeah, notice how nobody's even counting in chat.
Yeah, I was like, don't hold your breath here because this thing's going to get over pretty quick with these fast tech speed hacks. So RG365 should be pretty successful here momentarily, just keeping an eye on him, making sure these swings are looking good. Meanwhile, ScarletShadoww will probably be seeing that done from RG shortly after he's into the top 4 Sharlock.
Barring that miss menu horrible. Not horrible miss menu horror. But then again, there's no hurt more to miss menu.
There was a miss menu on a heal instead of a heal more, though, which only put him up to 49, but luckily he was able to heal more out of it.
Wow. And get your GGs in chat because RG has killed a Dragon Lord in less than an hour.
No, that's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely get those out in a must-win situation, basically, for RG. He's going to pick up a huge 5 points and put himself in position to at least have a chance going into Week 5 next week. Very, very nicely done.
Shadow's now making way through floor 1.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he has as much good luck with the Red Dragons here. And there is Red Dragon going to opt to go ahead and fight through. I think that might honestly be the smarter play here.
Well, why not get... It's only 175. I wouldn't touch it.
Fair enough. So, DJ Trails asking, is this bracket or Swiss? Yeah, we're still in round 4 or 5 of the Swiss rounds where we're just getting points. Top 16 after week 5 will move on to the bracket stage. So we got one more week of the regulars round here. But with that, Dean, we have tonight's winner, RG365, joining us. GG, well played. How you feeling?
Are you on push to talk, RG?
No, I was in streamer mode on Discord, sorry.
That's all right. Congratulations, dude. GG's.
Yeah, thank you. When I took that death to the red dragon in the grave, I thought it was over, but
Wow.
I'm surprised that it looks like I'm got a pretty good lead over the other people even here.
We'll let you in on a little secret. Both Scarlet and Yakko sold the armor.
Did you see that I almost sold it too?
And I was going to ask you about that. We saw that for sure.
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate because I took Aaron's usual screen name too. It was not on purpose though.
It was you raced fantastically, man. What were your thoughts on this seat?
I thought that one hill tile that was right outside the start, that was like just outside zone, between like kind of 0-1, that diagonal zone was a great find, and I thought that gave me a huge lead at the beginning. I'm not sure if that was true or not, but
my only thing was you jumped the gun early, man. You went on 8. You started exploring on 8, not 9 or 10.
Yeah, I had enough. I think I went when I had enough money to buy the broadsword, right? I can't remember
Yes, you
anymore.
did.
Yeah, that was the idea. I was going to go when I had the right amount of money, not necessarily the right level.
There was only one better mid-tier grind spot, and Shadow found it. It was the tablet desert, vanilla tablet desert.
Yeah, that makes sense. I did a few practice runs with Shadow, and he was always finding better grind spots than I did. But this seed didn't need it so much.
Yeah, meanwhile, let me throw out that Shadow was in the middle of his dive. Just terrible luck with the red dragons. Ate up a bunch of his heal morphs. He's opted to just go back to this desert by rim and get another level real fast.
Were there any roles of, as we have consistent strats, were there any rolls, up rolls or down rolls, that you were really surprised or really pleased by there, RG?
To be honest, I wasn't paying too close attention to how much experience it was. I just had a good feeling of what was going to be good and what wasn't. Like, I fought a couple stonemen near the end. I didn't really see what they had. I killed a few blue dragons and not worried about the sleep so much just because the hurt was so heavy.
Yep.
So I don't really even know what the best enemies were outside of that one hill tile like I mentioned. And
in about 20 seconds, in about 5 seconds actually, we're gonna have the other 3 runners all in different parts of Sharlock. YakkoWakko's on level 2, floor 2 or 3, and the other 2 are on the first level.
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. Yakko through the having to go back down the grave. I think everybody had to do that at least twice. Has managed to get to level 19 at this point. Does have a nice 83 agility at this point. Still just fighting through things though. Evidently, he's a man possessed. He's going to kill everything in his path. It does not matter.
Except fun police.
Yeah, it's like, except that red dragon. He's like, never mind. I'm done with this.
Don't kill cops.
Yeah, this should be an amazing finish here. Yakko's got a couple floor advantage here. Meanwhile, these other 2 are like super close. Should be very interesting.
Now he's getting really good luck with the runs right now. They're getting away as Yakko just gets stuck, but looks like swinging through. Ooh.
Yeah, it's very peculiar. Definitely winnable with where he's at, but has just opted to like swing through about everything as long as his HP has recovered some on the dive. Maybe trying to hedge his bets on a possible failed Dragon Lord fight here.
Yep. But Yakko is coming to. If Yakko comes in second after having to reset after 7 minutes.
Yeah, and right now, JBRun having the harder side of the luck of the two runners on our right has already dropped down to 11. Healmores has had to use much more resources so far than Scarlet has. And Scarlet's getting a little better on the run luck here as we see multi-turn armor knights. But there's Yakko on the Dragon Lord.
Death necklace. So we're looking at 12 to 24.
Yeah, don't look away on this one. This is also going to be a slaughter. Just got to, same thing like with RG. He's got to keep an eye on the max HP here. Make sure we use heal more instead of heal.
Oh yeah, you caught that too, huh? I was happy to see that it put me on 49 hit points because it was just a miss menu.
73. 87. 105. 121. 144. Dead Dragon Lord. Your GG is in chat for Yakko, coming in seventh despite having to, coming in second despite having to reset 7 minutes in.
Yeah, very fantastically played by him. I want to say the same about Scarlet, who's about to finish as well here halfway through their Dragon Lord fight. Both of them had the reset. Both of them didn't let it get them down. They went right back in, did exactly what they knew they needed to do to get right back in this, and honestly caught up fairly well there.
Oh yeah, like ScarletShadoww had 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes later when he reset. He reset at 12 minutes. And GG's in chat for ScarletShadoww as the Dragon Lord goes down. It's going to be a lot of roast Dragon Lord at the parties in Alifgard this weekend.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, right now, JBRun just down so much resources, down to 8 Healmores here, and still shy of the spike tile as he's seeing these finishes come in. That's a real bad situation. I've seen that happen before. We'll see if he opts to try here on this dive, or maybe just grind out another level and then come back.
You'll find out in a second. He's attacking the green dragons.
Yeah, he's super close to that next level, which we know isn't really helpful, to be quite honest. Does look like he's going to opt to go ahead and go into this fight after a little bit of heal walking, but that's when Armor Knight show up.
I did not catch the finish time for Shadow, sorry.
Yeah, so YakkoWakko finished with a time of 59:37. ScarletShadoww finished at 1 hour and 5 seconds. And after that, Armor Knight does look like we did have a towel thrown in by JBRun. So get GG's out for JBRun. Played very well, just had some terrible RNG on that dive.
All right. It looks like we have ScarletShadoww and YakkoWakko both in the chat. Now, before we start with anything else, how do you guys feel with your runs post-reset?
Oh no, Yakko, did you sell the armor too?
Give me 1 second here.
Post-reset, I feel like I made a huge mistake in not going to Rim immediately to get keys, and that cost me enough time that it cost me second place. But I'm still sad that I had to reset.
I almost sold the armor too, but I caught it on the Are You Sure screen.
Shadow? Sorry, RG, finish.
I think it's just because I'm a newer player and I take it a little bit slower in general. I think that maybe saved me.
Well, GG, RG. Good race.
Thank you.
Well played.
Yeah.
And
The
congrats
other
on your win.
Yeah, thank you. The other thing that I did was I dove on 16. I was surprised to see 18s and 19s here.
I decided to dive on 17, even though the agility was terrible because I knew I was behind. And then, heck, I just got busted up by red dragons on the way through, so I backed out, and that ended up costing me enough time to cost me third, or cost me second as well.
Shadow?
Yes, Oog?
Instead of looking at it that way, take a look at your time, take a look at Yakko's time, and consider this. You hit reset 5 minutes after he did.
5 minutes, huh? Well, it means I finished pretty quick then from that point.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, take 2. I'm here.
Okay. How did you feel about your run after the reset? Take 2.
Well, at least I had a little more knowledge than the first time.
I think both you and Scarlet did so fantastic at catching up. Like the way you guys, the quickness with you guys caught up with RG and JBRun were just, it was wonderful to watch. Just being like, holy crap. It would be like, it's too bad that those resets happened because you guys would have been under 50 minutes.
Yeah, this felt like a pretty fast one.
Did somebody else accidentally sell the armor too?
Oh, I did, sir. I sold it at 11 minutes, like 11 and a half or so.
I sold it at about 8 minutes, and I figured I probably lost about 5 minutes, maybe, because that's how long it took me to get back up pretty... Luckily, since I knew what to do, just go for the skeletons, and I just kind of went up pretty quick.
I was at 2,000 experience when I sold it, because I ground enough money to get myself half plate and large shield. Looked around, Caitlin realized half plate wasn't there. I'm like, I'll settle for the chainmail. And then I saw selling Urgix armor, and I tried to switch to B, and I didn't. And I'm like, well, drat.
Yep. I did this. I did it in of all places, Breck. Luckily, I was only on level 7 at the time. But yeah, it still happened. Unfortunately, when the speed of the text is at quadruple speed, unfortunately, a lot of misrolling is probably going to happen. And I actually had another misroll. Well, not a misroll, but like I went to hit return when I meant to hit repel later on.
Don't worry, RG hit heal instead of heal more on the Dragon Lord. Thankfully, he got the 49 on it.
Hey, whatever works.
Yep. So I almost sold the armor in Rim. So 3 different places that we almost misplayed or did misplay. I was also trying to buy the half plate.
Yeah, I was. I didn't even go into there. I just went straight for the keys.
Tell you what, man, I was feeling really good about the seed up until that reset. Felt like I was flying through. I felt like I'd done really well. I moved forward with the armor without waiting to go and heal. I felt like I found the right enemies to kill. And then, yeah. And then it was panic, and then a little bit more panic, and then panic.
And yet your panic mode produced some of the best DWR decisions and routing that I have seen.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I was able to at least come up and make a go of it at the end. And congratulations to RG and Yakko on getting first and second. Good job, guys. GG.
Whew. GG, yeah, that was definitely a tight one in the end. When I decided to check when Rainbow Drop was going, and I saw RG was done, I was like, okay, the other 2 will probably be finishing anytime now.
And yet you were the next one to hit ...
Yeah, I did take a death to a red dragon down in the grave right before chest 4. So that's when I thought I was in a lot of trouble. And yeah, I mean, if it hadn't been for that, I would have... Can't imagine what my time would have been.
I actually did the same thing. I took a death right before chest 4, and once I realized that the token was in there, I'm like, oh great, more time lost.
Well, Vanilla-ish is done now, gentlemen. How do you feel going into week 5?
Well, I know what I need to do to get playoffs, but I don't know that I want to get playoffs. That seems pretty hard.
You definitely want to get playoffs, man. What points are you sitting at now? 11.
There
you go. I think I'm sitting at 10 and a half, so I might end up facing you next week, depending on where we end up sitting.
Yeah, I think I'm at I think I'm at 10 as well, I think.
Yep, that's
so I
correct.
don't know what we got to do.
Got a W next week.
All I know is
winning in.
Good job, gentlemen. I was the first one eliminated, so I get the first draft pick in next year's DWR draft.
That consolation prize is pretty awesome, Luke. I'm happy for you.
Hey, man, Mr. Irrelevant never felt as good.
That's awesome. Does anybody have any final thoughts on tonight's race next week before we talk about tomorrow's race?
No, but I'll say GG to my fellow racers, YakkoWakko, ScarletShadoww. Again, thank you for all the practice that we did earlier this week, and JBRun. Thanks to the commentators and
for your patience with me. Just want to say thank you all for your patience with
No problem.
me. I know I've been a little bit of our race being later, so blame it on me.
All right, I see. I see a calendar coming up.
Yeah, that's right. We have a race tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern, DW Randomizer, going to be some Group 4 action between Vinicus, Beef Supreme TV, Ziggy, and Edge. So keep an eye out for that. Additionally, we're going to try and get in these other 2 asynced races as a podcast at some point. Any news on that we'll have definitely posted in the restream information on our Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, definitely join. Great community, great thoughts, everything. It's been a fantastic time. Any final thoughts tonight before we send it over to Overswarm?
I just want to say GG's to all of the runners. You guys gave us a fantastic show. And once again, if we can get the links to all of these runners on screen, it would be awesome, because we want to thank them. We also want to thank the rest of the broadcast team.
The audience
partner. Oh, we're going to thank the chat too.
Yes. For those of you in the audience who don't know, and those runners like maybe myself, would you care to quickly go over the Week 5 flags?
Oh, I've got them right here. I can absolutely cover that for you. So Week 5. Yeah, Week 5, we are doing Advanced, Standard, Plus. So the main things that vary from our standard flags are random chest locations coupled with stair shuffle, heal hurt before more, permanent torch small map, treasure guards, easy Sherlock, and speed hacks. Should make for a really good time. Stair shuffle coupled with the random chest locations is a fantastic duo.
And there we go. Those are our Week 5s. So once again, for RG365, ScarletShadoww, YakkoWakko20, and JBRunTR, I implore every one of you to hit that link, hit that follow button. It makes everybody's community better. For my broadcast partner, DK9146, for our restreamer, High Spirits, our trackers, Camion and Centroid. Follow them as well. And we're heading over to Overswarm. And everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you very much, runners, for such a wonderful race.